Most people think attraction is built through words, the conversation, the jokes, the text messages. But there is one moment that often says more than all of those things combined: a hug. And here is the strange part. A woman can learn something about you in just a few seconds of physical contact that no amount of talking can communicate. Not because she is analyzing you, not because she is consciously judging every move, but because human beings react emotionally long before they react logically. The feeling comes first. The explanation comes later. And that is exactly why so many men accidentally send the wrong message when they hug a woman. They think they are being polite, respectful, careful, yet the experience leaves almost no positive impression at all. Today we're going to talk about 3 common hugging mistakes that quietly destroy attraction and connection. And then we'll cover the 4th type of hug, the one that creates a completely different emotional response. Let's get into it. The first mistake is what I call the hesitant hug. You've seen it before? Maybe you've even done it. A woman steps in for a hug and instead of fully committing, the man keeps his distance. His body leans away, his arms barely make contact. Everything feels rushed and uncertain. It's almost as if he's trying to hug her without actually hugging her. The problem isn't kindness. The problem is uncertainty. When someone acts unsure during physical contact, that uncertainty becomes part of the experience. Imagine greeting someone you genuinely like after not seeing them for months. Now imagine they hug you like they're worried they're doing something wrong. Something immediately feels off. You can't always explain it, but you feel it. Confidence isn't loud, confidence isn't aggressive. Sometimes confidence is simply being comfortable enough to be fully present in a moment. And when that comfort is missing, people notice. Men notice it, women notice it, everyone does. The second mistake is the overpowering hug. This one sits on the opposite side of the spectrum. Instead of being hesitant, the person becomes overwhelming. The squeeze is too strong. The contact lasts too long. Personal space disappears. The interaction starts feeling more like a performance than a genuine connection. A lot of people confuse intensity with confidence. They think stronger automatically means better. It doesn't. Real confidence doesn't need to force itself into a moment. Think about meeting someone at a social event. You exchange a few words. Everything feels relaxed. Then suddenly they grab you like you're returning from a 5-year military deployment. The energy doesn't match the situation. And when energy feels mismatched, discomfort shows up almost instantly. Attraction grows in environments that feel safe and natural, not environments that feel unpredictable. Respect for boundaries is attractive. Awareness is attractive. Knowing how much is appropriate for the moment is attractive. The third mistake is probably the most overlooked one of all: the disconnected hug. This is the hug where the body is present, but the person isn't. Maybe they're scanning the room, checking who is watching, thinking about something else, waiting for the hug to end before it even begins. You've probably experienced this yourself. Someone hugs you, but somehow it feels empty. Their arms are there, yet their attention is somewhere else entirely. Human beings are surprisingly good at detecting presence. We can feel when someone is genuinely engaged, and we can feel when they're mentally absent. A disconnected hug often leaves people feeling strangely unimportant. Not rejected, not disliked, just forgettable. And that is the problem. Most attraction isn't destroyed by dramatic mistakes. It's destroyed by forgettable moments. Moments that create no emotional impact, no feeling, no memory. Now let's talk about the type of hug that creates a completely different experience. The grounded hug. This is where everything changes. The grounded hug isn't about being dominant. It isn't about showing power. And it certainly isn't about trying to impress anyone. It's about being fully comfortable with yourself. When a woman steps in for a hug, you're not second-guessing the moment, you're not rushing, you're not overthinking. You're simply there. Your posture is relaxed. Your movements are intentional. There is no awkward hesitation, no unnecessary force, just calm certainty. One of the biggest differences is breathing. Most people never think about this, but nervous people often become physically tense. Their shoulders tighten, their breathing becomes shallow. Their body starts sending signals of stress without them realizing it. The opposite is true as well. A relaxed person communicates relaxation. When your breathing stays steady, your body feels more grounded, and that emotional steadiness often affects the people around you. Think about the individuals who naturally make others feel comfortable. They usually aren't the loudest people in the room. They aren't constantly trying to prove themselves. There is simply a calmness about them, a sense that they know who they are. That same principle applies here. The timing matters too. Not so brief that it feels cold, not so long that it becomes awkward, just long enough for the interaction to feel genuine, natural, human. Then comes the part most people completely overlook, the ending. Many people focus on how a hug begins. Very few think about how it ends, but endings create lasting impressions. You release naturally. You step back calmly. You maintain your composure. No awkward retreat. No sudden escape. No nervous energy. Just a smooth transition back into the conversation. It sounds simple because it is. The most powerful social behaviors are usually simple. They aren't tricks. They aren't manipulation. They're expressions of confidence, awareness, and presence. And that's the real lesson here. Every hug communicates something. Not because women are secretly judging every movement. Not because men and women are fundamentally different, but because all people respond to emotional experiences. The feeling someone has around you often matters more than the words you say to them. A hug is never just a hug. It's a small preview of how it feels to be around you, whether you feel uncertain or secure, distracted or present, forced or genuine. People remember those feelings long after they forget the conversation itself. So the next time you hug a woman, don't focus on being impressive. Don't focus on being perfect. Focus on being present, because presence is rare, and rare things tend to be remembered.